My name is Brendan Shabangu. I'm going to talk about Let Us Talk Africa. Especially in the past few days, we have seen xenophobic attacks and various talks about xenophobia in our country, South Africa. I'm going to be sharing this video briefly, exchanging views with what I have seen on social media and what I've seen on the news, and briefly let's have a talk and see what is happening. But before we can embark on today's topic, how much are we talking about Africa Agenda 2063? This is a strategic framework for socio-economic transformation for the continent. We are told that this Agenda 2063 seeks to accelerate the implementation of past and existing continental initiatives for growth and development or sustainable development. Now, let us talk about what we have seen recently. We have seen various talks starting from the Premier of Gauteng going up to the President of the country talking about the aspect that involved foreigners in this country. Such discussion has led to multiple discussions that have led to many South Africans calling that foreigners should leave the country. Now, last week I have shared a video on my Facebook page where I was inquiring about what is the position of South Africans when it comes to xenophobia. I have received many comments from different people, from which I'm going to share. I have a few of them here, and then we'll take the discussion from there. These are comments that I have received from my own Facebook page. The first one says, foreigners must go back and do business at their own countries. There's no reason why they should go back. Another one says, foreigners need to mind their own business and go and fix their countries. I'm going to just go through these opinions, and then thereafter I will lay down what I think is my view in this issue. Here's another one. It says, I hate Makwerekwere. Foreigners must do foreigners, but it does not matter. There's an interesting one that came from this lady, Sisanda. It says, this is extremely sad, but hey, the sad part is that our fellow South Africans are taking our African brothers, leaving the majority of thieves, in brackets is whites and Chinese, taking about 90% of our economy back to their countries, making us do hard labor, digging gold for them in our own land, and they say it's theirs. Here we are fighting our own brothers and sisters. Should we mobilize to help them fight against the white monopoly, like the same way our fathers ran to the other African countries for refugee during apartheid? Now these very people that helped us gain our freedom from the oppressor are the same one that are being killed and chased away from South Africa. I'm going to just talk about these three views. Clearly, we are having three South Africans who are having differing opinions about this issue of xenophobia. The most important factor is that I am speaking on a humanitarian base. I am not in favor of any form of racism, nor am I in any favor of xenophobia. I'm strongly a proponent of one united Africa. We need to find a way as South Africans to see to it that we coexist with all our African brothers. Why am I saying this? I have dealt in different angles of my life with foreigners from different countries, and I have realized that not all of them are as bad as said. We are told when we look at social media and when we read people's opinions that Nigerians are dealing in drugs. We are told Zimbabweans are dealing in robberies. Tanzanians are also doing in other forms of drugs. But all I'm going to say today is this. There is no foreigner that can do or commit crimes in this country without an assistance of the locals. Be it our police, be it our brothers and sisters. So I will not want us to then blame the one side that is found with drugs. Who are the customers? Who are the people that receive bribes in order to ensure that these crimes are perpetuated? But be that as it may, let us leave it as a criminal aspect. The law enforcement needs to deal with it. But on a social base, we have laws in this country. We have the Immigration Act, we have the Refugees Act, we have various acts that regulate and control and deal with issues that surround foreigners. But now, if we as South Africans, We don't even care as to whether these foreigners are legally in the country or illegally in the country. We just want to chase everyone that comes in the country, or we say every foreigner must blanketly leave the country. Then we have a problem, because we are a law-abiding country, but we have people who are not caring as to whether law is being enforced or not. So, my conclusion in this matter is this: let us stop xenophobic attacks. Let us find a way to coexist as Africans, especially now that there is this Agenda 2063. How are we going to meet and achieve this goal if we're at each other's throat? 50 years will come, we will be fighting one another as Africans, and this so-called socio-economic transformation that is intended for the boost and the growth of the continent will never be achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear your views. Thank you very much.